Hello everybody, welcome back to Screen Stars and welcome to another PlayStation 4 review. Today's review is for Rebel Galaxy Outlaw, a game I've been very much looking forward to playing. It was released about a year ago on PC, I believe, and I've been long awaiting this coming out on the PlayStation 4, and the reason for that is I played the original Rebel Galaxy and it is available on PlayStation 4, and while that game was limited it had loads of great ideas in regards to like a space simulation, if you like. So for them to grow and expand on that and to release Rebel Galaxy Outlaw, and when I saw all the footage of it when it was being released last year for PC, and I knew it was going to come on consoles eventually, I was really excited. It looks a great game, and it is. This is a really enjoyable game for those of you out there who would really just like a pick up and play space sim game. That kind of perfectly describes this game here. It's like somewhere in between No Man's Sky and Elite Dangerous, this game, but it is nowhere near as intimidating as either of those games either. It's a real fun, pleasant experience, this game, and that is from me playing many hours of it since it's been released. It's just come out this week. I've pumped loads of hours into it. I've played nothing else, and the reason for that is, yes, I want to get a review out, but also I'm really enjoying this game. And what do you get with this game? Well, you play as a female character in this game, and she does have a story arc here, and I don't usually like to spoil stories in games like this, but essentially she's trying to track down the person that killed her husband. So to do that, at the beginning of the game you've got very little to your name. Someone does you a favour and gives you a bit of a junker ship, basically a spaceship. It's not very good, but it'll get you from A to B in one system, and you've got to do favours for people, deliver cargo, investigate areas, follow your storyline, and you will earn money, and that will allow you to upgrade the ship you've already got and also save up money for better ships, because yes, there are a number of ships in this game and you can buy them and improve your chances in this game of progressing. Now, that's the general idea of the game that we get here. It is essentially an open world space sim, arcade type space simulation game. So initially, in the first couple of hours of this game, you're limited to one system because, like I say, the spaceship that you have does not have a jump drive, and they cost something like 30,000 credits or 20,000 credits, I forget which. So you, like I say, you've got to do a few side missions, delivery missions, things like that, to earn enough credits to install your jump drive and jump to other systems. However, you're not really in much of a rush to do that initially, because this game, while it is fairly easy to pick up and play, and it takes you about an hour to get used to all the systems and things in this game, the tutorial here, or lack of tutorial, isn't particularly helpful, and it's not an easy game to learn how to play, but once you've learned how to play it, it's very easy then from that point in regards to knowing how to fly your ship, how to use all the systems in your ship, all the like your scanner, your map, your communication, so you can talk to other ships in the system, your auto tracking. It's got all these things available in the game. However, it doesn't make that expressively clear at the beginning of the game of how to play the game. There is also like I think there's over 20 hours of original music included into the game. There's like radio stations that you can listen to while you're flying about. Sometimes I turn them on, sometimes I turn them off, sometimes I find the music distracting personally, but just know it's there. And apparently as well, most of the tracks in the game have been licensed, so that if you play this game and stream it, you're not going to get copyright strikes, things like that, is my understanding anyway. So essentially you're flying about, going from space station to space station, mining facility to mining facility, etc, doing these jobs, dropping off deliveries, catching pirates, mining, becoming a pirate yourself. I mean, the career that you take here in this game is really up to you. You can do what you want really in this game. That's the beauty of it. Once it opens up to you, you're allowed to essentially do what you want. If you want to be a pirate and you want to you know, just hijack people and steal their the cargo that they drop, things like that, you can. But the game doesn't make it particularly easy for you, because there are police all over the place in systems, and they will scan your ship periodically and check if you've got any contraband. If you do, then they will pursue you. However, if you do favours for the police and help them out in space battles, they will turn the blind eye occasionally. There's like a 3-star system on the game, and if you start filling up those 3 stars, the police will see you as a friendly. However, you can also fill that up with I think red stars if you start being a pirate and things like that, and the police will actively pursue you as you enter systems. You will become a bounty yourself rather than you chasing down bounties to earn a bit of cash. So you could take the career you want to be. Do you want and buy the ship that you want to once you get enough money? You can buy like combat type ships so that you can chase down bounties and pirates, or you can have like a huge freighter that's got loads of storage for deliveries. You could do whatever you want really, and that is the beauty of this game, and I'm finding the freedom of this game really entertaining. It's fully voice acted. You can communicate with other ships, which I think is brilliant, and you can even egg them on. You can do hand gestures to them. You can swear at them, just to really rile them up even more and make them target you. It's a really fun game. It reminds me a lot of a Wing Commander as well in how it's presented, which I loved the old Wing Commander games. I played them to death, and it's a really, once you've figured out everything in this game, and it doesn't take long, it's really easy to play. The flight is really good. It's got like a flight assist, so when you're in combat, once you're locked onto a target, if you keep your finger on I think it's a left 2, it will follow that target, so you can just concentrate on your combat, on firing your lasers and firing your missiles. You could turn that off if you want, but I found it really helpful and useful, and it's just a really nice thing to have in the game. So you can make this game kind of as easy and as hard as you want really in regards to the settings on it. When you land on space stations and etc., there's a number of things that you can do in there. You can talk to bartenders and get some local news, information on local bounties, things like that. You can play some games as well, which is really cool. You can play 8-ball pool, and actually when you play it's really responsive. It's actually quite a good pool game in itself. There's a couple of other arcade games that you can play, like Asteroids, things like that. There's dice as well, there's slot machines, and you can also at the space station, that's where you get your missions, so you can go to the mission board, you can go to the commodities board and sell anything that you've scooped up. Once you get a tractor beam, you can pick up things that are floating in space from space battles and things like that, and sell them at the commodities board. And obviously some places will give you better prices than others, and if you research that and if you ask the bartenders, they'll tell you what's going for good prices and where. They'll also give you tips on where to find treasure out in space, all that kind of stuff. You can make your ship look how you want. You can customize it, you can rename it, like I say, you can improve it, so you can improve the hull, the defences, the lasers, the turrets, what missiles you fire. Every aspect of your ship you can upgrade, which is really good, because you're going to want to, because early on it's quite punishing, this game. You can get taken out quite easily, but once you upgrade your armour a couple of times and put a couple more weapons onto your ship, it makes you much more likely to survive like medium encounters, if you like, where there's 3 or 4 pirates. Sometimes you'll go into a situation, and because you might have won 2 or 3 space battles before, you'll go into a situation thinking, oh, I'm going to be alright here, and you really won't be, because you'll come up against a much more powerful ship, and there's 2 or 3 other ones, and they'll just swarm you and take you out fairly quickly. So early on in the game, I would recommend that you pick and choose your battles, and once you get 2 or 3 hours into the game, when the game fully opens up and you start improving your ship, and then stroke buying better ships, you really do feel like a real badass in space when you're fully blinged out. It's really, really nicely done. So to summarise then, who is this game for? Well, I would say this game is for those of you out there that are interested in games like Elite Dangerous and No Man's Sky, but you don't want to commit because they're kind of intimidating games. I love both of them. I've put loads of time into Elite Dangerous. It's a fantastic game, but yes, it's got a very steep learning curve. And No Man's Sky is what it is. It's this huge game now, but this is somewhere in between. It's a nice pick up and play game. It's really fun and entertaining. I'm having a great time with it, and if you're wanting a real fantastic pick up and play space sim, this is the one for you. I'm giving it an 8.5 out of 10. Really recommend it. It's not expensive to buy, $24.99 in the UK. Definitely worth picking up. So I definitely hope you have found this review useful. Thank you very much for watching.